So Klon low, Klon low. Hello, I'm Klon low. Hello and welcome back to the channel. And today what are we looking at? We are looking at the Helix again, as you can see here. And we are, well, I'm hoping with this video, I haven't bitten off more than I can chew, because I'm creating another Helix tone, but this time I am attempting to try and capture the magic of John Mayer. So, first time doing one of these ones where I'm kind of doing the tones of a specific player. And yes, there's loads of you out there saying it's all in the hands. I'm not going to deny that. There is definitely an element to that. How many of us have got John Mayer's hands? The next best thing we can do is try and get his gear, which costs a lot of money and is very exclusive, so we can't do that either. So the next step after that is to try and catch it on the Helix or on gear that might possibly replicate it. That being said, John Mayer does use specific gear, and the gear will go a long way to getting kind of close to his tone, infused with your own playing. As you'll hear in my own examples, I don't necessarily sound like John Mayer, although he's a massive influence on me. He's one of my favourite artists of all time, and I'm proud to say I was a fan of his since the beginning. Well, since he started to become famous in the early 2000s. But anyway, this is just for fun anyway, so if you want to try and have a go, I will make this patch available to download on the Custom Tone website if you so choose to download it. That's on the Line 6 website on the Custom Tone part of it. There'll be a link down below if you want to download it. It'll be available for free, but I've also got a Buy Me a Coffee page, so if you do like that preset and download it, or if you like any of my other presets, or just like what I do on this channel, then feel free to buy me a coffee, and it will kind of help keep this channel going and help me to push things further. I actually need a separate camera. If you look at the footage here, hello. This is done on my phone, and it's not the best footage, but you know, you make do with what you've got. And if you haven't got tens of thousands of pounds or tens of thousands of dollars to get John Mayer's gear, then maybe something like this Line 6 Helix, in the case of this video, will be the next best thing, and then probably, well, definitely a lot more affordable. Anyway, let's get into it. So I actually tried to capture John Mayer's tone on the Helix a couple of months ago, just for fun. I went on YouTube and Google and did some research, and I'd like to give special thanks to Justin's Gear Corner on YouTube. He's got a lot of videos that are very much based on John Mayer's tone. So if you want to get really specific on John Mayer's tone, what pedal he uses and what era, check out Justin's channel. It's fantastic. There's great videos on there, and look forward to every time he uploads something. So I've got some of my ideas for the layout of his channel on my on the Helix. I've added a few of my own things as well, and made some changes to John Mayer's setup. It's generally based on John Mayer's generic setup, so it's not for any specific period necessarily. Just a quick rundown as to what we've got here. So the amp, I've used a Fender, basically a Fender amp. What is that again? I think that's the Twin, the Fender Twin. I can't remember what the US Double is. But it's that amp. I've used the speaker from the Helix itself, and I think that's basically the way it comes stock. I've got a wah here, which actually, let's realise I haven't used in this demo, but I do believe that it is quite a similar sound to some of the ones that John uses. All right, Klon, Klon, Klon. So John Mayer does use a Klon. He doesn't use three of them. I've just got three of them on here. And what I've done here as well, rather than using the usual snapshot layout that I normally have, I've stuck to using stomp mode or stomp box mode, because I think for most of John's career he's had his set up in stomp box mode as well. You'll notice I've got three Klons here, and you see I've labelled them slightly differently. So Klon low, Klon medium, Klon lead. So originally I had the Klon medium one, but there were some songs where I found that it was a bit too gainy the way I'd set it. You can just go into here, touch it and adjust it, but I didn't want to do that, and I kind of had some space, so I thought I'd use it. Then I created the Klon low, which is just the same thing but of lower gain settings, same as the Klon medium. It's 2.2 gain, Klon low is 1.1 gain. And then towards the end of making this, right before I shot the video, well, actually yesterday, I created the Klon lead, which you will hear in I Don't Trust Myself, Loving You, for the solo. And it's basically the Klon again, but with a higher gain. So it's more like a solo tone for the Klon. So 8.2. I've had to bring the volume down to compensate as well. I think, yeah, I've brought the tone up a little bit to cut through. Tube Screamer. There we go. So it's the 808 Tube Screamer. I know John's famous for using the TS10 as well as the 808, but the Helix only has the 808, so that's fine. What else we got here? Transistor tape, which is just for some delay. Analog echo, which is also delay, but it's more for a slap back. I don't think I use that in this demo, but that's one of the things I got from Justin's channel, where he does have a slap back delay in his board. So it's usually got two delays. Harmonic tremolo, which you'll hear in Gravity, very subtle, by the way. If you listen to it, it's one of those things where you can't necessarily hear it when you hear him playing it, or when you play it on this as well. But when you take it away, you notice that there's a difference, and it does add something to it, and it's kind of hard to put your finger on it like that. Okay, and the Tron Up, which is basically the Q-Tron, which you'll hear used on I Don't Trust Myself, Loving You. And there's a couple of different ways, which I'll explain later on, how I've done it on here, and how you can make, if you want to do that song, how you can play that. Right, let's check out some playing examples. So for anyone who wants to know, for I Don't Need No Doctor, I've got a Klon medium and the Tube Screamer, but I've rolled my volume down to about 7, maybe 6 or 7, depends on your guitar as well. And then you can roll it back up to 10 for your solo. Gravity is one of those songs, a beautiful song first of all, very, very simple, and that's partly why I love it. But that guitar tone is it sounds very simple, but that's where I've got the harmonic trem, and it just adds something to the sound. I can't put my finger on what it is, but it just sounds lovely. You won't necessarily notice the tremolo's there, but if you take it away, you kind of notice something's missing. Something's missing, no pun intended. So if you wanted to use this patch for I Don't Trust Myself Loving You, just a couple of performance notes. So what I've done here, so for the rhythm tone, for the intro, right at the beginning, I've got the Tron Up only, and I'm using the bridge pickup for this, and I've rolled the tone down to about, I think, 4 or 5, and it's a lot darker than I remember it. So when I was kind of comparing it to the original song, it was a lot darker than I was expecting it to be. So that was just, you can just control how dark it is by adjusting the tone control. When it comes to that kind of lead bit at the beginning, I will switch to the neck pickup. Again, I've got the tone rolled down to about 4 this time. Maybe 5 if you wanted to cut through a little bit, but you can adjust the taste. I use my fingers for picking both that rhythm intro and that little lead intro. For the solo, turn off the Tron Up, and I switch to... I originally tried it with the Tube Screamer, the 808, but it was a bit too gainy for my liking. So that's where the third Klon came in, the Klon lead, that's where that came in. And that was just basically set to a higher gain, and I'm using that for the solo for this song. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was my preset on John Mayer, which you can download from the custom tone part of the Helix website. Links are in the description below. And if you appreciate that, if you like it, and if you like anything I do in this channel, you can buy me a coffee. Link for that down below as well. Yeah, if you download any of my patches, including the John Mayer one, they're all for free. But if you do like them, you can show some appreciation by buying me a coffee. Obviously, I'm not John Mayer. I don't think I sound like John Mayer particularly. Obviously, you sound like your influences. I have more than John Mayer as an influence. So in the playing that you heard, you'll hear different styles, and you'll hear me playing as opposed to John Mayer. But hopefully some of the tones will be quite close, which is what I was aiming for. And we're doing this for fun. You know, you can download them and have a bit of fun yourself and try and get a similar tone to what he's got. Obviously, I'm not using the John Mayer's guitar. I have my exotic XSC2, which is a humbucker in the bridge position as opposed to a single coil, and it's not a Strat, it's not the PRS Silver Sky, it is its own thing. It's a similar style of guitar, it's a vintage Strat type guitar, so I'll probably get close tonally. Obviously, yeah, as I said, we've got the humbucker here in the bridge position, although John Mayer a lot of the time lives in this kind of like neck position and neck and middle position 4 as a lot of people call it. Some people call it position 2, and sometimes he gets position 2 if you want to call it that, neck, middle and neck, and middle and bridge together, but most of the time he's living up this way, up here somewhere. Either way, I hope you enjoy, hope you like that. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Maybe there's another guitarist you want to try and get tones for. I might do some more of these. I've got a couple of guys in mind. We shall see how it goes. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and give my other videos a thumbs up as well. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, which is my next milestone. And 4,000 watch hours is also the next milestone as well. So please subscribe, watch the videos, have them on loop if you want. Tell your friends, share this to anyone who might enjoy this content. And what else? Oh, I've recently found out today actually that YouTube has given me access to the community tab. So I've just only put up one message on there just to say hello to everyone. So I don't know, maybe I'll start using that soon as well and engage with you guys a bit more. And I do appreciate everything that you've, all your subscriptions and likes and so on. Anyway, I'm waffling. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week for another video. Take care.